Welcome to my Laulima Innovations Award 2012 presentation of ED 285 Introduction to Classroom Management. My name is Micheal Cawdery and I'm a part of the Associate Arts in Teaching program. I'm going to be showing you my course that is in Laulima, and I'd like to share with you the standard one, Interaction and Collaboration. Pretty basic approach. Is the foundation of interaction is the forums in this course. I have 15 weeks and 15 forums, and they're generally a response to anything from articles, films, YouTube clips, artwork, to reflection pieces. And they're all structured in such a way that keeps them very well organized. An interesting piece of collaboration that I have in this course is that I have both my face-to-face students and my online students in the course together. So in a general forum, we're having sharing across both face-to-face and with the online students. Another example of interaction and collaboration that I have in my course is one of the major assignments, the lesson plan, among other assignments, in which students have to present and share their finished product to the rest of the class. The rest of the class is then responsible for critiquing 2 of those lesson plans from the whole course. And again, that's my online students and my face-to-face students. We do that for a number of assessments. I also allow my students to work together, online students with online students or face-to-face students with online students. And so here's an example of an assignment that was done by 2 students working together. They're still responsible for the same criteria for the assessment. Another example is my extra credit page. I've used Edmodo, where students have an opportunity to post reflections, they have opportunity to post video, they have an opportunity to post images, and they have opportunity to post their favorite quotes from the readings. Another example of collaboration, I do believe in co-constructing knowledge, and so we have a survey and then we present back information. I also have them go into the field and work with actual teachers, and then I do provide them support for different events on campus, for example, Future Teacher Club, or I invite them to Praxis workshops, professional development. For Standard 2, I'm going to describe the assessments and learning outcomes in the course. I do have a general structure for my assignments in which they are all generally authentic. I do not do any testing, which measure, I think, very low order thinking skills. I try to focus on higher order thinking skills like construction, evaluation, development, management, and analysis. I try to give them a range, which can be reaction papers, reflection papers, construction, scavenger hunt, practical tools that they may use in the classroom, critiques, and case studies. They also do self and course evaluations. I do allow multiple means of presentation or multiple means of representation where students are allowed to perhaps do their assignment on YouTube. They can do it in a traditional format. They do some construction and can take pictures and post online. And they also may use a hybrid model. I try to map all of my assessments to the SLOs. Each module in the modular format of the course has SLOs, and the assessments are mapped to those SLOs for that particular module. I try to keep my students on pace with a pacing guide or with a assessment checklist so that they can do their own evaluations of their assessments to see where they're at. Each assessment is with a instructional rubric which models or mocks the assessment rubrics for the DOE, in which they meet excellence, meet proficiency, or if they're developing proficiency. I do allow all of my students to resubmit assessments for mastery. Another way that I do assess is through the collaboration within forums. I do not grade for content, but for participation in the forums, recognizing that they are responsible for 15 each week. So for question number 3, I'm going to address the standard of course design. I'm going to describe my course design for structure and navigation and include issues of accessibility. Generally speaking, the course is designed within the Laulima format, in which on the left-hand side I have my general Laulima tools, starting with a home page, syllabus, modules where the general content of the course is located. Then they have access to forums, assignments, gradebook, and then below that I have extra credit, some enrichment, extra credit, their final project. I have access for a live meeting. They have links to other AAT courses, and then we have an announcements tool where I post meaningful things for the students. I have a welcome page in which I keep all of my contact information. They can email me, phone call. I'm accessible via Skype. They have access to my interpretations of the syllabus, which I present to them and keep on the welcome page. I also show them how to navigate the course week by week through an orientation. And then we also have general navigation tools of the Laulima, which we've specially designed a project to with regards to the AAT courses. I have a general course schedule which helps students to navigate the course or know which module they're responsible for each week. But I do allow students to self-pace, which I think makes the course more accessible for those students who have a limited time frame in which to work on the course. Some students with children may only have a limited amount of time one week, but extra time another week, and so I feel like the self-pace is important. I have a general structure of courses in which we have titles, objectives, introduction, activities, assessments. Then I summarize the module, provide them links and resources. So all of the content is located within one module so students aren't hunting around, and I think that increases accessibility for all students. For Standard 4, I'm going to address the learning materials that are in my course. As I mentioned before, I have a modular design for my class in which all of the information is nicely located within a module. They have overviews which I create with Camtasia, which outline the objectives of the module. I provide the SLOs to the students to map to the syllabus. Oftentimes my introductions are stimulating sort of small mini lectures in which main concepts or main points and vocabulary are stressed. Then they'll go through an activity which could include videos, PowerPoints, website, assessments, looking at actual examples of teacher work, and then they will be assessed clearly on a particular forum for that week and also the general assignment. I try to use universal design for learning within the course, in which I provide multiple means of representation. I present information in different ways, whether that's video, audio, pictures, text, etc. I also allow multiple means of expression. I allow students to record their homework with YouTube. I allow them to do PowerPoint. I allow them to do audio. I allow them to do screen capture. I allow them to write traditional papers. I also try to provide multiple means of engagement within the course, whether that's talking via phone, talking via Skype, chatting online, working in forums, working together, or again the face-to-face or online engagement. I do have some examples of tools that I use in my course to present information. I have a Camtasia capture. I have real teachers from the real world which I interview and present in the course. I have examples of websites. I use YouTube videos. We have a text for this course, and then in the lower right I have an example of some course content I've created. Another example is the Service Learning Guide. This is a example of learning materials in which we ask our students to go out into the field to actually assess and analyze a classroom in the real world environment. I'd like to address the Standard 5, which is learner support. I think in the AAT program we start with a whole group of people My course is not only my own course, but it's also a course for the program in which I get input from all of the teachers, all of the instructors within the AAT program, and it's all around and developed from our core philosophy, which is to create collaborative, oriented, relevant, and effective teachers in the classroom. We have an entire TLC network for the AAT program, which is available to all of our students, online and face-to-face. Recognizing we have online students on all of the major islands, including Molokai and Lanai. We provide all kinds of campus resources online. We provide counseling and advising online. We also have instructional support. We have online power mentors. We also have online peer mentors for our program. And then we do professional development opportunities, or we do the Future Teacher Club, and we always include our online students in those activities. I do link to other campus resources, for example, the Learning Resource Center. I try to provide learner support through examples of excellent work from other students. I always try to keep in mind universal design for multiple means of representation, multiple means of presentation, multiple means of engagement. I also try to be a mentor. I try to make myself accessible and available for students, whether that's via live meeting, via telephone, via chat, or via email. I do my best to respond to all emails from online students within 24 hours, because I know that sometimes that can be a barrier to learning. And then I do fun and silly little stuff like adding inspirational videos throughout the course. Okay, Standard 6. This is where I'm going to address innovation using Laulima. I think, though I can't take credit for it all by myself, I do think that we have done some things in this course that are very innovational. Starting with the use of Google Sites. I think that Google Sites is a really important tool to use within the Laulima because it allows live edit. No more like Dreamweaver or in Laulima itself, where you have a static environment where you cannot change things. Within Google Sites, I can make all of my live edits directly within the course shell, so that I don't have to create something and upload it. It makes it very easy for me to add additional materials or correct issues that I may have. I try to use a number of tools, whether it's Skype, Edmodo, YouTube, ScreenR, in order to engage not only our online students, but our face-to-face students, and model the use of technology. So I think we're being innovative by including as much tools as we can within this course. I'm working on a real teacher project in which I go out and I interview real teachers from the field, and I present them within each of the modules to help demonstrate the points that I'm making in the classroom and connect it to real-world examples. Another innovation that we have, I think, that is extremely important within this course is that it's not only my course, but all of the AAT courses have been redesigned within this general format to make ease of navigation and clarity for all of our students. So if they take my class, ED 285, which is traditionally the entry point into the AAT program, the rest of the courses for the rest of our program will look the same, therefore removing barriers of navigation for student success. I think it's really important also that for this course, we actually did survey our students. I took responses from 147 students to measure the effectiveness of this course for student satisfaction and also student success. And what we noticed is that our redesign, this course, increased student success in the online environment by nearly 10%. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.